having a conversation with Cheree Woolcock, the CEO of Melbourne firm DFK Benjamin King Money. Cheree, I'd like to start by asking, why did your firm initially decide to join the DFK Australia New Zealand Association? And the tricky question, were you thinking of other potential associations? And if so, why did this one win you over?
It's really interesting, Angela, because I suppose it was about 15 years ago, and I was a junior partner in those days. We were having our offside strategic getaways, and I was put in charge of who are our competitors. When researching on the internet, it became pretty apparent that a lot of these firms our size had international alliances. So I said, I think the really big difference between us and our competitors is they seem to have international presence. And so we kind of considered, well, how important is that? And it was really ironic because in the next 12 months, we actually lost 3 very large clients, and I'm talking 6-figure fees 15 years ago, to mid-tier firm. On the basis that the mid-tier firm approached these clients and said, this firm in Camberwell cannot support your growth or your global expansion. So we went on a journey then for probably the next 12, 18 months, looking into who we might join. And a lot of the associations have geographical boundaries, and so Melbourne being a big city, if there was already an accounting firm in Melbourne, that was simply not available to us. And we actually got very well down the line with another network association. And what became apparent is they actually wanted to take over our firm rather than us merge into an association. So I think we dodged a bullet there. And not long after that, DFK International was recommended to us. So we did our due diligence, and there was a couple of other firms already in Melbourne, but at that time they were predominantly audit firms. And we met up with them, and we went to Darwin to a conference to see if we wanted to join, and the rest is history. So, so we did look at a few others, but very, very happy that we chose DFK, that's for sure.
Let's explore for a moment a turning of the tables. One of the reasons you've shared you decided to join was because of that experience of losing 3 clients who wanted that larger reach.
Yeah.
What's been an example of where you have attracted clients that really wanted that international reach since you've been a member?
Yeah, well, interestingly enough, we've never lost another large client since then on that basis. I mean, we've parted ways with clients, and as you do, relationships come to an end, but not on the fear factor that we were not large enough to be able to support them. A lot of our clients have grown significantly, and the DFK network has just been amazing to be able to, want a company incorporated in Singapore or Hong Kong or New Zealand. We need some advice in the UK, in the United States. These are real people. We know them. We've met them many times. We've been to conferences with them. The DFK mantra is that the referral from DFK to DFK is the most important referral that you can have. So we're all very encouraged to be really responsive to the DFK request. And we joined not necessarily for inbound referrals, more so to support our clients on an outgoing basis. But over the journey, we've been lucky enough to have the privilege of inbound referrals, and some of that is because there's a company who's expanding into Australia and they need Melbourne, and that must be part of DFK. So from that perspective, we've had the bonus of inbound work more so than just protecting our territory and making sure that our clients are serviced as well as they can be globally.
We've talked about some of the, for your firm, being a part of that larger association. So let's think about the staff that you were both attracting and engaging within the firm. One of the things that DFK Australia and New Zealand is becoming quite well known for is the quality of our PDP program. Could you speak to your experience there and what you see as the benefits for your team members?
Well, it's interesting. When we joined, the training was really starting to ramp up, and it was really at the managers level. And so a couple of our current partners have gone through the managers training program and the emerging leaders. And over the journey, we've seen more and more a requirement for training at all levels. So the People Development Program is aimed at graduates and undergraduates and cadets, and that's an amazing program now that we can compete on the national scale. So if we're looking for a graduate, join DFK, Australia and New Zealand, to be part of a 2-year graduate training program that's got grad camp in Queensland. Who doesn't want to go to grad camp in Queensland? So from our perspective, it's been an amazing opportunity to be able to successfully secure exceptionally good candidates in a really tough market. There's a shortage of accountants, but there's also a shortage of people undertaking study of accounting. So the pool is getting smaller and smaller. And, collectively, we're attracting a much better quality candidate. It's not just in Australia and New Zealand, but certainly we're finding that people are attracted to want to come and work in this big enough to know, small enough to care type arrangement, but with the national and global reach. And the, connected globally is our new marketing tag. So from that perspective, it's really cool. And also, we were lucky enough to be able to send one of our staff members over to one of the firms in Canada at the start of the year, and they're reciprocating at the moment. So to be able to interview, these emerging leaders and to say to them, well, if you come and work for us, we can provide you opportunity to work overseas. Just how cool is that? It seals the deal, and you invest in your people and you'll get it back 10 times over, I think. In DFK, the training at all levels is just it's just a huge part of our DNA now.
So, Cheree, you've talked a lot about the benefits that being a part of the association has given you access to as a firm and for your team members. Let's go another step further. What benefits have you experienced that were not written on the side of the box, that you weren't expecting when you became a member?
Also very interesting, I'm a mum from the suburbs, a grandmother now, and I cannot believe the professional journey that I've been on personally. It's just been amazing. To be invited to join the board of DFK ANZ, the first ever female, to then be voted chairman, and more recently to be appointed the DFK Asia Pacific Vice President internationally, has just exceeded any expectation that I thought I might have ever had. In my wildest dreams, I never thought that these positions would be available, let alone achievable. So personally, for women coming through, I mean, I'm all about everybody getting the opportunity, but it's very nice to be able to be a bit of a role model, be a woman, and the girls coming through. If she could do it, I can do it. And we've developed these international women in leadership programs. But I think the thing that's probably the biggest surprise is the friendships. These are genuine, lifelong friends that you make on the other side of the world. People that have come on our journey with us. It's just exceptional. And so the friendships at a personal level, I never expected. And it's a lovely byproduct of being part of the association. Yeah, it's the icing on the cake.